I've done a couple of other videos on what I call sliding solo phrases. That's a type of polyrhythm where instead of the phrases sticking to the kind of beats of the rhythm you're playing, where they kind of slide away from that. And that normally means playing in threes over a 4 rhythm or something like that. Those are ones I've done previously. I'm going to just show you a slightly different form today. And these are solo phrases that work in 5s. And that might sound horrifically complicated, but actually if you've done West African drumming even for a little while, you'll have come across the signal, which, a signal, the most common one, standard 4/4 signal goes, yeah, go, 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 ga, ga. Now the first bit of that, brum, bum, bum, we're just going to take that for the moment, okay? That actually forms the basis of some solo phrases. So instead of now playing it just in tones like I would for a signal, now I'm going to play the flam with slaps and the 2 notes after on tones. Yeah. So now we're going to go. Now the interesting thing about that phrase is if we start to repeat it, it's actually working in 5s. Okay. So now we're going to go. That's playing 3 of them together with a pulse, okay? And you'll hear, instead of going which would be really boring, right? It's going to move away from that pulse. So yeah? It hits the pulse in a different place every time. So if we play 3 of those, we get, well, I'll count myself in for 4. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can also see that if I were to carry on, it would move around the pulse in different ways. Actually, because it's in 5s, it would be a really long cycle before it meets up. Yeah? If anyone's really into maths, find the common denominator of 5s and 4s or something like that. Right? They'll meet up at some distant point in the future. But if I keep playing it, it goes like this. From signal. Might have made a mistake in there. It's hard to follow because it's in 5s, but it makes a really good sliding phrase. So we're going to add some dun-dun accompaniment. I'm going to play that same thing. You're going to hear how it works with dun-dun accompaniment and how it moves away and around the pulse. And a very simple thing can become very beautiful when repeated again and again. Okay, so the same phrase in 5s over a 4/4 dun-dun pattern. And can we please use Lolo? I use Lolo and Jole a lot, basically, just because they're simple 4/4 rhythms, it's easy for you to hear the pulse. Yeah? You can do it with other rhythms as well, obviously. Ready, Zoe?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. So, thank you. Here we go. Fantastic, and you hear how it slides away, and I can do long sequences, short sequences, and just loop them in different ways to make a really nice, interesting solo, just using that element. You know, you can do the same thing off the basses. Instead of going, you know, you can do this as well. It works equally well. Zoe? Thanks, Zoe. And then, of course, you can pick any phrase you like in fives. Now, we don't really normally know many phrases in fives, so I'm going to give you one. Really simple way to approach this, of playing in fives, is to play 4 notes and leave a space, right? Because 4 plus 1 is...
5.
Thank you. Right, so the genius, oh Zoe. So 4 notes and leave a space, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Kada, kada, kada. Yeah, right. Kada, kada. Right, and then the space. Kada, kada, kada. Kada, 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 kada. Yeah, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and that you're going to see how that's going to move around the pulse. Okay, so firstly with just my foot, right? Just with my bells, please, Zoe. So I'll give myself I'll count myself 4 actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it moves around all over the place. It's hard to hear like that, but if we put it with dun-duns, we can hear how it moves away. And this time, instead of just playing on slaps or tones, I'll probably vary it a little bit as well. Okay, Zoe?
Yeah.
From signal, here we go. Here we go. 5, so we go. Solo phrases, sliding solo phrases in fives. Enjoy.